Hello guys, again, this is video number 4, and in this one we are going to learn to use Lumi in order to create one of my favorites, the interactive video. Okay, so as usual, you have to go to Lumi, content, new H5P content, create new H5P content, and I am going to choose this time interactive video. Okay, guess what? For interactive video, you need a video. Now remember that in your projects, you have to include a video recorded by yourself. In this example, I am going to be using one video from YouTube that doesn't belong to me. Okay. In your case, my advice is record your video yourself, then upload your video to YouTube, and then use the link from YouTube. Why? Lumi does allows you to add a file, a video file, but when you do it like that, your activity it's gonna become really slow because it's gonna take more time, more memory, and more internet capacity to load. The best thing you could do is copy and paste a video from YouTube. So I already have my video here from YouTube, which is this one. And like the topic of my example is coffee. This is how to use the French press to brew coffee. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy and paste the link, insert. Okay, and when you have the little cartel here that says YouTube already, that means that you're done. Now you just have to add interactions. Okay, see, it didn't take a lot of time to load, but if it were a file, even though in your computer it's gonna load really fast, when you try to run the activity in the website, on your website, it's going to be much more complicated because it's going to be much more demanding for the computer. Okay. So here you have your options, and in here you can add different types of interaction. In this video, I am only going to show you how to work with single choice and true or false. Okay. But again, you are much more curious than me. I am pretty sure that you are going to find out how the other interactions work. Okay, so the first thing is you have to use your timeline, and you decide where the interaction is going to be. Let's say that I want my interaction in here. So I am going to use single choice. So you have two types, bottom or poster. The difference is that the poster is big, really big, and it's going to cover the video as a background. My advice is work with bottom. This one is by default. When you work with bottom, you have to pause the video. Otherwise, the student is going to lose the opportunity to do it. Now, this play time says that at 0.37, it's going to appear the interaction. And at 0.47, it's going to disappear. So always pause the video. Big advice. You have to label it. I am going to add it like Q1 from question 1. Okay. And it's going to be Q1 as well. Now here you have to paste the question, and here you have the alternative. Okay, so let me copy and paste the question. Remember that I already create these activities using Fitted. I still don't remember the name correctly of the activity of the platform that I used to create. Okay, so here I have one. This one says, in the context of Bloom, this one I'm gonna copy and paste number 8. Just because. And I don't know the answer, so let's try to look for the answer. So here says that number 8, the correct answer is body. Says it's body. No, that's not the option. This is blue. I must check it up incorrectly. Oh, this one is multiple choice. This one is the one. Number 8 says carbon dioxide. I am looking for the right option first because here says that the first alternative is the correct one. There's no other way to mark which one is the correct than to put it in the first box. So whenever you use multiple choice, or in this case, single choice, the right option is always going to be the first one, okay? So I'm gonna put the distractors now. So that's gonna be a distractor. This one's gonna be another distractor. And the other one, the last one, of course, it's gonna be a distractor. Okay, now here you can add more questions in the same interaction, but personally, I don't like how it looks when you add another question. So the best thing is one question and one single answer, and that's it. Then you go to the settings, and in the settings, remember, always disable show solution, but leave retry, okay? And I will go with that. And here's my interaction, see? Remember what we talk about? Well, you can move it throughout the video. I'm gonna put it here. Remember what we talk about. When I move, look, it's gonna disappear. See, there it goes, and now it's there. So it's only gonna be available from second 37 to second 47. Once I move to second 48, it's gonna disappear. See what happened? But don't worry, that's how it works. Okay, now I'm gonna add a second interaction around here. Let's say that here it's gonna be the interaction, and that one's gonna be true or false. Okay. So for true or false, remember as usual, pause the video, leave bottom. This one is gonna be question 2. This one is gonna be true or false. So for true or false, I do have some true or false statements around here. Okay, number 2 is true. Well, which one is the statement of number 2? Here's the true or false. So number 2, the crema. Okay, I'm gonna paste it, and we already know that that one's true. This one is different because you have to mark the option that's correct. So in this case, we review the answer key that the answer is true. So we're gonna leave the bottom in true. And for the settings, again, retry, yes, show solution, no. And then you're done. And just put it in somewhere visible, okay? And the same thing, look, the same thing. It's gonna disappear. Okay, I'm gonna add an extra interaction here. Okay, let's say that I am gonna add an extra interaction, which is going to be fill in the blanks, okay? Same one, pause the video. This is gonna be question 3 and the last one. And here it's really important to read. So basically here it says that you have to type the statement, the full fill in the blanks statement, and the space, you have to put it the word that's gonna be on the space between asterisks, just like this. See, Oslo is the capital of Norway. Like Norway is the right answer. It's gonna be between asterisks. That's what it says here. Okay, so let's choose one, fill in the blanks that I have in here already. So where is the fill in the blanks? Oh, here's one fill in the blanks. Let's gonna go with number 8. So I'm gonna copy and paste it here. Now, if you read, I not supposed to leave this space around here, but I supposed to use asterisk and put the right option in here. So let's check it up which one's the right option for number 8. And the answer key says that the right answer for number 8, it's going to be body. Okay, body. So I have to type body here. Okay. Now, important fact of this ones, you can use it as many times as you want. So you can create different statements in this one. This one, it is recommended to use more statements for filling the blanks. I am only gonna use, oh, let's use 2. Let's use 2. Okay, let's use 2. The other one, it's going to be extraction. Now remember that extraction should go between asterisks. And well, I'm gonna look for the statement. I'm gonna look for the statement, this one. Okay, Now, like the blank, it's at the end. See, it's at the end. I have to put instruction there. Okay. Now, an important fact about these things is that when you go to the settings, again, retry, show solution never, case sensitivity. This one is important. This is how mean you want to be or how strict you want to be. If you enable case sensitivity like this, that means that your students needs to write the word exactly like this. If they write extraction, everything with upper cases, it's going to mark them down because you enable case sensitivity. But if you disable case sensitivity, they can write it lower cases, upper cases, and mix between upper and lower cases. It doesn't matter. Now, I personally prefer that my students write properly, so I am gonna enable case sensitivity. Okay, that's it. That one's not gonna make too much of a difference because I don't have show solution. And then you're done. Okay. And here's my interaction number 3. Okay. Now, important things. I have 3 interactions. Every circle is going to be an interaction, and you have settings of the video itself. So you can put where to start the video. It's usually going to start at 0, 0. You can decide to autoplay the video. You can decide to loop the video. So the video is going to run in a loop. Once it finishes, it's going to go back. I don't want that. And here, disable navigation. This one is important. Right now, like this is an example, I am going to leave none. Disable navigation because it's an example. But if it were a real need, and the ones that already took a subject with me know this, that in my interactive videos, the ones that I share with my students as activities, I disable navigation forward. That means that they must visualize the full video and they cannot do this. They cannot skip it. Okay, they cannot move forward because that's cheating. Okay, and this is like an extra precaution. You can also disable navigation forward and backwards. That means that they cannot go backwards in the video, but that's too much, even for me. So it's forward the usual name. But in this example, I am gonna leave it with no because I want to review this with you. Okay, so I wanted to review it with you. So let's keep going with this. That's it. Okay, remember, save it. Oh, I didn't give it a name. This is gonna be interactive video. Video barista. You have to save it. And the usual, share as QR code or embed. You have to give it a name. Interactive video barista. Save it. You copy the embed code. You go back to your site. Remember, you have to work properly with layout and composition. Embed code, paste it, next, insert, and you have to reshape it, okay? To make it fit the screen. Okay, now let's publish it to check it out how it was or how we create the video at the end. Let's review the published site. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. Again, for your project, while this loads, you have to upload your videos to YouTube first, because then it's gonna be really heavy and it's not gonna load properly and you're gonna be marked down. So you don't want that to happen. Okay, so for instance, I am gonna go and enable the thing. Today. I am gonna reproduce it without sound. And look, this is what I told you. Okay, like I put non-disable anything, I can move forward and backward, okay? But the idea, when this is the final version of your video, it's supposed to be disable the forward navigation. Don't forget about that. So let's give it a shot. In a few seconds, it's going to stop. And there. It stops, see? And this is the interaction. Now we have to answer it correctly. If I remember properly, this one was the correct option. But let's type oxygen. So it's incorrect. It's gonna tell me which one is the correct one, okay? And then I can retry it. Of course, you can change that in the settings, in the behavioral settings, so it doesn't show me the correct option if I made a mistake, because that's the idea, that you try without knowing the answer, okay? And that's it. Now, remember that this is just for the example, okay? So let's put it here. There's my interaction number 2. And in here, remember this one was true. Let's give it correctly already, okay? And the last one is gonna be here. No, I don't remember the correct ones here. Actually, only remember that this one was extraction. But remember that we wrote extraction with a capital letter here. So it's gonna mark me down, see? Let's see what happened if I put it like that. See, it's correct now. See, that makes the difference. That's case sensitivity, okay? So when you disable case sensitivity, you could write extraction like this, and it's gonna be correct. Or you could write it like this, and it's gonna be correct. But again, that's gonna be up to you, okay? How strict you wanna be with your students. In my case, I always prefer that my students do it correctly, okay? And this is my score. Okay, that's it. That's how you create an interactive video. And that's the last video for today's. So thank you very much. Review the videos. Try to think about your project and how you're going to do it the best way. Of course, always put in all your creativity into the websites that you have to build. Remember that all of these are going to be your inputs activities, the ones that you have to share with your students as an input into your different classes. Thank you very much for your attention and see you on Thursday. Bye.